Hey, today I'm making beef stroganoff, and this shows the ingredients. I have 2 pounds of tenderloin. There's a lot more than 2 pounds here, but I'm gonna break that down. And then an onion, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 cloves of garlic, 10-ounce can of cream of mushroom soup, beef broth. If you don't have that, you can use water, a tablespoon of Tony Chachere's, half a teaspoon of black pepper, cup of sour cream, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, salt to taste. We're going to use actually rice this time to serve it over, but you can serve it over noodles or whatever if you want, like an egg noodle. We've got our beef tenderloin, and this is an expensive cut of meat for sure, but depending on your family, this is about 5.5 pounds. This will do us for about 5 or 6 meals. So we're going to use some for our beef stroganoff, but then for other meals, you can go ahead and cut it and store it and freeze it. I'm sure you'd probably want to freeze it. We do, and strangely, it does not taste any different to me when we've done it all. So this little puppy, you have to wrestle with it a little. I feel like I'm herding cattle instead of cooking here. This is a nice big piece of tenderloin. We get it at Sam's Club. I've gotten it from my butcher before. It's more expensive, and I like that certainly, but I think this is just as good. So it doesn't matter. If I was doing a roast, I would probably cut this part off for the roast and then sections of it. But again, there's 3 of us in our family, so we don't need as much as maybe a family of 6 certainly. But for a special holiday, it's the way to go. And every bite, this is extra trimmed. You can buy it not trimmed and trim it yourself and save a significant amount of money. But I got this trimmed because I guess I'm lazy. So now I've got this puppy. I just actually drained the blood and left the paper towels on for a minute. And for today, we probably need about this amount for our stroganoff. For our roast that we're going to cook, about like this, and that's a big roast. That could ease it because you slice it very, very thin when you cut it after you cook it. And then another little section for some stir fry. And our last little section here could either be for stir fry, or if you wanted to each have a nice piece of meat there for filet and have bacon around it. But whatever you do, you can't go wrong. And so this is the easy peasy way of slicing and getting your own tenderloin, much less expensive than if you had it done. And it's like butter. It's wonderful. I feel like Julia Child. I cut my finger when I was slicing up the beef there. So I won't show you a chicken from Saturday Night Live or anything, but get our onion chopped. We're gonna get our, let's do this however. I'm certainly not a trained chef. Now I'm just going to brown this for a couple of minutes. Really, it doesn't take long at all. 3 to 5 minutes, and even then, just so that it's fairly brown. Don't overcook the meat. That's the big magic of using tenderloin or a really good cut of meat. It's going to be tender. You can count on that, but you don't want to over brown or overcook. Whoopsie daisy, forgot the pepper, but hey. Now we have seared the tenderloin, and again, we're going to take it out. It has been in there no more than 3 minutes, and you don't want to overdo it. We're going to put this away, saute them until they're translucent, adding the garlic, which we will cook just for 30 seconds. Stirring cream of mushroom soup, tablespoon Worcestershire, cup of beef broth. Putting the mushrooms in. You can use these or not. We like a lot of mushrooms, you can tell, so we're putting a lot in. Probably about 4 or 5 mushrooms is good, but everybody at our house gobbles them down, so we use extra mushrooms, you could tell. Some are kind of big because they like them whole. Cook the mushrooms about 3 or 4 minutes in our sauce there. We're going to add the meat back, and it really just takes another couple minutes max. You don't want to cook it to death. It's a tender, delicious piece of meat. Cook this a couple of minutes. We've cooked the meat a couple of minutes. We're turning the fire off. I'm adding the sour cream. Now we want to taste it for salt. It's perfect, but I think it could use just a little sprinkle. We've got a little bit of buttered rice. Looks perfect. Gonna get a bit of our Stroganoff. Oh yeah, I like a lot the gravy. We've got a little bubbly, and we've got our Stroganoff. Little piece of the meat and the mushroom. That tenderloin's like butter. It melts in your mouth. Hard to beat.